Perfect. So last week of class is day 45 or something like that. That's what I'm calling today. What do we got to do? Well, we got to plan for a party on Friday, but before that, a little more math. We got some trigonometry to do, which is in our warm-up questions, and a topic called functions, which is basically looking at different types of graphs. Okay, a little topic here at the end. Now, for our warm-up questions, we got 1, 2, 3 of them today. The first one is solving a system of equations. And that system looks like this one right here. Okay, take a second and solve this one if you don't mind with the process of the method of elimination. I will pause the video and give you a chance to spend a couple minutes on this. And then we'll rejoin for the answer in a moment. Let's see which one's right. Hello, good people. We're back. Welcome to Math 10 Radio. What we're doing is we're going to take a look at the workings for this warm up here. Good people, it's with elimination. So what do we do first?
1 multiply by 2.
Yep. Second one times by what?
By 2.
Times by 2, okay. I'll do what you're telling me. I trust you.
Will be 2x plus 2y equals 12.
Nice. 2x plus 2y is equal to 12. That's good. Now, just so my working's looking good and everything, I'm just going to move this over on top of it. You don't have to. But it's a nice idea. Keeps it looking good. Okay.
So now we can subtract.
Subtract we got from Zoom over here. If we subtract, what letter will disappear?
X.
The x's will disappear. That's right. Yeah, we get the x's left, or the y's left. So what do we get left for the y's?
2y.
No, we don't get 2y.
Oh yeah. Let me think.
You can do it off to the side. Parsley, you're right. That's what it is.
Minus 2y.
No, it's not minus 2y.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can do this off to the side. Write it down over here.
I think should be minus 8.
No, that if you get 8, that's like a 2 times a 4.
Oh no,
Okay,
we're talking about
6.
the minus 4y.
Yeah, so
6.
write it. Yeah, so minus 4y subtract 2y. You see? You write it out like that, then you're
Okay,
bound to get it
it's
right.
8.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
it's a 8. If it's
No,
a
this-
minus, you're gonna divide.
No.
No,
You-
minus gives plus. So will be 6.
Yeah, the
Why?
sign it should be plus, but like okay.
These aren't times though.
22.
This is minus 4 subtract 2. So it's like you're down 4 steps, and then you go down another 2 steps.
6 minus 6. I mean plus
Exactly.
6.
Minus,
Minus
because you
6.
keep going down. That's what
I
the
just
minus
said
means.
before now, but you told me no, it's not right. I mean,
You know
you
what?
didn't say it's not right, but like you didn't hear me probably.
Maybe I was talking with a deal.
It's okay.
Yeah, minus 6y though for those. For these ones, same sort of thinking, okay? What are we gonna get for this one?
21 minus 21
No, not minus 21.
because
Close.
like oh no, it's a plus and minus. Minus 1
No.
and
Minus
12. Minus 2.
2.
minus 22.
Oh yeah, 22.
Write it up to the side.
Wait, 10 plus 2
Minus 10
12.
subtract 12. See? So you get minus 22. What then do you do next, good people?
Divide them by -6.
Yeah, divide now. I'll do it on this page. Divide now by -6. Divide by -6.
22.
And then, yeah, weird number is what you get. Those will divide
Oh.
out.
3.6. I don't know.
Yeah, 3.666 repeating, I think, is what it, something like that. Let's take a look. What do we got here?
Yeah, I get 3.6. Right, okay.
I get y is equal to minus divided by a minus. Is that still on the screen? No.
No,
Minus
yes.
divided by a minus creates a positive. And then 22, so that gives 22 over 6 then. Okay, we can make this number smaller. So divide 3 into 2 into both. So that gives 11 over 3. And then, yeah, this is about 3.67 if you want to use your calculator to get some decimals for that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. It's good.
Mm.
Okay, now we got to find what, since we found what y is equal to, we got to figure out what x is equal to.
Mhm.
So going back to the question, which equation do you want to use in order to work it out?
Number 2.
Number 2 is a nice one for sure. X plus y is
Mhm.
equal to 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to use the fraction just because it's, some people find it tough and weird, and that's what I'll show you up here. Okay.
Okay.
So we got to substitute this in now. So we get x plus no longer y, but because we're replacing the y is gone, and we get 11 over 3.
Mhm.
That equals 6 like that. Now, one cool person, I think last week, said the way to deal with this fraction is to multiply everything by whatever you see on the bottom. That's pretty smart. I like that. Okay.
Mhm.
So hang on there, Bart. I'm going to times everything by 3. The goal is to get rid of the fraction for this. So if I
Oh,
multiply x by 3, what do I get?
3x
3x for sure. Now, for this
plus
already,
3.
this is what we just did. 11 over 3 times 3. That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
6 times 3 is 18. So this is the beauty of this step. Same number, right? Same number here as on the bottom. Those will divide out. And cancel away, and that leaves us a nice expression to work with. See, we get 3x plus 11 is equal to 18. And
Mhm.
then solving that to the end. Be careful with this. Remember, you're watching the signs in front, right? So when the 11 goes over, it's a plus on this side, so that means it's minus 11 on that side. Okay, a couple people got this backwards. They wrote 11 minus 18 or something like that. So got to watch this step. What do we get? Nice numbers yet? No, still weird, right?
Yeah.
7. So x is equal to 7 over 3.
Mhm.
So the final good looking answer will have both x and y in there as a point. So that means final answer. We got the x value of 7 over 3, which we just did. And our y value going back, you have to take a work, it's off my page here. But we got 11 over 3.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
Mine will work there. Okay, so I can go through it all again. Little summary. Oh, earthquake. The question was, solve this system right there with elimination. So that means we got to get the numbers in front of x or the numbers in front of y the same. We chose x, so we multiplied by 2. And we get 2x plus 2y is equal to 12 here. Okay. Now you got to keep track if you're going to add or subtract. That's super important. If you go 2x plus 2x, that gives you 4x. It's not eliminated. If you go 2x minus 2x, then it's gone. Okay, so that's the way you want to do it. But when you're subtracting negatives and stuff, you got to watch. So you get minus 4x, subtract 2 gives us minus 6y. These subtract, you get minus 22. Divided by minus 6 gets us over to the other page where we solve for y, which is, yeah, a fraction. Kind of weird, but that's life sometimes. And then we just sub and solve to get the x values, that x value that goes along with it. Okay. Giving us the final answer, which is a point. It's where these two graphs cross one another. Right there. Thanks. Any questions about that? No? Okay. Oh, I see. Then you can just substitute with that one. That's another way. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that was a little look at solving systems. Here's a modern question. So I'll give you a couple of minutes, Parsa, Lana, to try and solve this one here. What I'd like you to work on is both the angle that's missing, angle A, which is down there, and the side Y there as well. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes to start that. Go. Welcome back. Here we take a look at warm-up number 2. A few steps for this one. What's the first thing to do when solving one of these types of questions?
We should circle first, I think.
Yep. But so we'll circle it down there. Circle the
Yeah.
angle. That's true.
And we should see where should we put the OPP, ADG, and HYP.
Perfect. So
So
Deanna
ADG.
sounds like yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the side Y I think should be ADG.
No.
Okay, so here.
What should side Y be?
So here I don't know, like the side we don't have a number, and like it's empty, like we just have a Y or X. Like I don't know which one should I use, like
It
ADG or
depends.
X.
Look at this. This is a big O here for when you circle the angle. It's a little O here.
Okay.
You see, it's far away. This side, the opposite side, doesn't touch this angle. Points at it.
Yeah.
Okay. ADJ is now this one.
Yeah.
ADJ helps make this angle.
And HYP should be.
Yeah, that's the other one. That's always the long one.
Yeah.
HYP. Okay, so yeah, circle and then label the angles. Right on. What happens next?
We should find which sign we should use. Like
Yeah. decide which one to use.
Yeah.
So if you're solving for the solve for the angle first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What sides do we have available?
Y.
Why we need, if we want to find a
No, no, no,
side,
no, no,
we have to
no.
have two sides. An angle, we have to have two sides.
Okay, the HYP over
Yeah.
ADG.
Well, we got those sides, HYP and ADJ, that's right. Now,
Yeah.
which trig goes along with this?
I think the one sine.
How do we remember?
I don't remember, but I just remember the example you give it to us.
Okay, we got this special magic word.
Okay.
Sokotoa can help. Right, so.
Yeah.
We got a number for the hypotenuse and for adjacent, right?
Yeah.
So that means we got hypotenuse, that's good. That's the H. And we got adjacent. That's the A. So that's good. Okay. So that is 2 there, that is 2 there. Which one do we select then? We select the one that has 2 slashes through it. So that means which trig are we going to use? The S, the C, or the T? Let's see, this one has two of the sides. So we're going to use this one. So that means we have cos A, our angle. It's going to be the adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Now it's important to recognize which one's on the top. Okay? The adjacent is on the top. Hypotenuse is on the bottom. Okay? It's always like that. Okay? Now, looking at the picture, what's the number for the adjacent side? It's going to be 16, right? And what's the number for the hypotenuse? Yeah, you can see in the picture, that's going to be 25, okay? So then going over to the next page, we get cos A is equal to 16 divided by 25. And now it's special calculator time, or almost. What we want to do is we're going to find the angle. So it means the math-wise, we write it like this. Cos minus 1 of the fraction that we have there. 16 divided by 25.
It's 2. I mean.
Okay, so now we got to use your calculator in order to figure this out.
I think I got like 0.90.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Should get an answer of 41.2 degrees when you get this.
Oh, okay.
So as a reminder, with your calculator, what you want to get, or what you want to use, is there's a button that's second, there's a button that's INV. I saw a shift on one calculator. And then what you want to see is cos -1, or if you got a different calculator, arc cos, like that. Kind of got to figure it out for your own calculator there. And then also you got to keep track, if you do the numbers first, if you figure out the fraction.
I have only cast, so without minus. No, in my calculator.
Yeah, that's right. There's a cos without the minus. So what you have to look for is you have to look for some special buttons. Second, or inverse, maybe shift.
Mm,
And they're always in the upper left-hand side of the calculator. These are all your buttons.
Mm,
Usually it's this one or up around there.
So should I put cast and inverse?
Yeah. Or maybe inverse cos. Like it may be inverse and then cos for your calculator.
Mhm. Okay.
Oops, it's off the screen. This is what I'm showing you here. This is your calculator, believe it or not. So that's your screen. Here's all your buttons.
So I find oh what
Usually the button you're looking at is in the upper left-hand side there.
okay. So I get 0.999 something.
Yeah. So
me too
also
first.
you have to
But
get,
now I got 0.64.
right.
Yeah.
So we might have to look at individual calculators later on. Okay, just understand, maybe recognize for now that for this question, what we get is 41.2. Okay, because I think both of you might have different calculators plus the ones in class, and so have to do it individually.
Mm.
Okay, but this is how you find the angle. And it's in the video from last week as well. So what do we do to find the angle? Usual steps: circle, label the sides. When we're finding the angle, we choose the one with the sides that have numbers. And it gets to this page here. Set up the formula, that's the same. It's just from this step onwards, we got some different sort of algebra to do. Okay, and for this question, as I said, for this part of the question, that's the answer there, 41.2. Okay, now, there was a second part to this question, and that was to figure out the side y over here. Okay, so there's two ways to do this. One way is to use the trigonometry that we just did. We know this angle is 41.2, and so we can work it out. But I want to show you another way to remind you. And that is, if we have two sides, we can use Pythagoras to get the other side. Okay, so I'll
Yeah,
show
I
you.
think it's more easy.
I think this is easier.
Yeah.
You know, you do have to know the trig anyways, but so I'll show you the Pythagoras for now, right? This is what we have for our triangle. 25, 16, and we're looking for that side. Pythagoras told us from some sunny beach back in Greece. That a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So the thing to remember is that the long side is always going to be side C. And then the other sides, they don't really matter actually. So we'll call that A, and then this side here will be, will match with B. Okay, so instead of A is the same thing as 16 now, so we can put that in there. Plus B squared is what we're looking for, so plus Y squared, that was the side. And that equals 25 squared like that. Okay, so we can work these out. 16 squared, does anyone happen to know what it is? Keeping it secret? Not for me, haha, 256. Okay, plus y squared, and then 625 squared is 625, which you get to know after a while.
How it's become 265?
Because if you go,
Multiply them.
yeah, 16 to the power of 2.
Oh, it's
16 to the
multiply.
exponent of 2. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we should change the, okay, how I'm gonna say it. So
true.
we should put like 625 first,
Yeah.
but it should be minus because we're gonna like switch.
There is a switch, but this one's going to stay, okay? We're going to switch the 256
Okay.
because we want to have plus y squared by
Y.
itself.
Okay.
Will be minus 200.
Yeah.
No, I think the sign, probably the sign. Oh, okay.
All right. So this one just stays there,
Okay.
but this one changes because we go over like that. Subtract.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we can subtract these. What do you get when you do this?
369.
Well, let's see. 250 from
No,
that
it's
is
400. 451. 451. I think so.
I think it's 369.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay,
No.
check that out. And
Yeah.
then to get rid of the square root, what do? Oh, to get rid of the square, I gave it away.
Yeah,
What do we do?
you're right.
Square root both sides. So you do that, and you get an answer of y is equal to 19.2.
Oh, squares.
Square root.
Squares. Oh, yeah.
So in your calculator. Okay, that's what we get. 19.2 when you work that out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's using Pythagoras to find the a missing side. And you can do that when you have 2 out of the 3. Okay. If you want to do it with trig, then that solution for the same question would look like this. Okay, so using trig, this is what we have. And y is what we're looking for. That's 2516, and this was 41.2 degrees. Okay, so we could do this in our regular way. Circle the angle, label the sides. And then choose two of them. Choose one of these sides to work out this missing one. So I'm going to choose the hypotenuse because it's nice. We're looking for the opposite. And so this means SOH because that is both. So that means we're going to use sine in order to work this out. So we got sine of our angle, 41.2 degrees, is equal to, sine is always the opposite over hypotenuse. So sine of 41.2 equals y divided by the hypotenuse, which is 25. And so to get 25 off the bottom, you multiply everything by 25. And so you get 25 sine 41.2 is equal to y. And you work this out, and y will equal 19.2, just like before. Okay, so that's yet a second way in order to solve for the missing side that's there. Okay, let's go to our last warm-up question for today then. That looks like this. Take a second and solve this equation, please. I will pause the video and give you a chance to work on it.
Okay.
So yeah, starting to solve this thing. You got to remember orders of operations, right?
Yeah.
So
Minus 4x. Minus 4
um,
times x, it should be minus 4x.
yeah, well, let's see. Let's check this out. Multiply it through. That's the first thing. So minus 4 times x. Yes, it's minus 4x.
And minus 4 times plus 7. It's minus 28.
Minus 28.
And here equals minus.
Everything else just stays as it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, that's good. What happens next?
Next, we're gonna see 12x minus 4x.
Yeah. Zoom's got it. 12 minus 4x. What do we get?
8.
Yeah.
8x. Yeah, minus 8x.
No. If you have 12 and you take 4 away.
8.
Yeah.
8x. Okay.
Plus 8. Okay. And then minus
And here
28.
minus 28 equals minus 14. Oh, why?
16.
Oh, still we can't change anything here?
Well, we got the 8s, right? And those
Yeah.
two. So we did something. Yeah, we can start moving things around. That's true.
Okay.
What do you want to move first? Looking at this line here.
I think like 8x and 2x.
Yeah. From class, it said move the 2x. So what's going to happen when we move it? Yeah. Okay, so it'll be 8x is going to stay, but it'll be minus 2x now because it goes to the other side. Okay. So 28 to the other side. That's now plus 28, and subtract 16. Just like that. All right, getting closer to the end there then. Yeah, combine the x's for sure. 8 minus 2, what do we got? And on the right-hand side, we got 28 minus 16. That's 28, take away 16. 12 it is. That's right. And so now solving for x. Final answer is 2. Let you divide both sides by the 6 that you see in front there. Final answer. X is equal to 2. Yeah, that's a nice one to end with there. That's all right. All right. So what we'll do is we'll take a 3-minute break. Just stretch a little bit. And then I want to show you what a table of values is, because you can use that for the next little section. And then we'll go from there. Okay, but take a few minutes, take a 3-minute break, and we'll come back and I'll show you how to do a table of values. Okay, welcome back from the break. Here we got this there, Parson Lana. Just some info about the final exam. So that's there live, confirmed, August 9th, which is Monday. Yeah, Monday at 8:30 in the morning till 11:30, 3 hours to write it. Yeah, 6 days from now. So we'll have this class tomorrow and then review party. Review and party. But this is what I want you guys to look at. This is new for us, Parsa. And this is new for us. And I want you to know it well, pay attention. What happens is, in this last section, going to have you creating different types of graphs. I'll give you different equations, substitute the values in order to get a picture of what these different functions look like. Okay, there's about 12 of them. You have it in your homework. But some instructions here for you. They're going to say make a table of values. That's something that looks like this. You have your x coordinates down on the one side. And then you got to figure out with your brain and your friends what goes in for the y coordinates, what goes in there. Okay. So we'll do that first. We'll figure out what the y value is for each of these x's. And then what we'll do is we'll put those on a graph afterwards, and we'll see what this picture looks like for the graph of y equals x squared. Okay, so Parsa, you had your hand up. What we got for the first one? 25. It is, yeah. Now I'm going to write it down. Squeeze it in here. It's minus 5. We substitute it in, see? Replace the x. We get minus 5 squared. So y is going to be 25. Exactly. So the minus is inside the brackets. So that means what is being multiplied? Minus 5 times minus 5. Minus times a minus is a plus. Okay, that's why the smile is there. He knew ahead of time. Okay, same with minus 4 now. Y is equal to minus 4 squared. Yeah, I'll write this one in just for the minus for the same reason. Minus 4 squared will be minus times a minus, which is plus, and it will be 16. Okay. For the minus 3 here, minus times a minus is a plus. What's 3 times 3? 9 it is. The next one, that's a 2, believe it or not. Minus 2. I'll take 4, yeah. Minus 1 squared. Yep, just 1. 0 squared. 0. 1 squared. 1. 2 squared. 4. Okay, so all these are coordinates now. This is like the point 2 comma 4. This is like the point 1 comma 1. Okay, we can do that for all of our values here. And from those, we can make the graph that goes along with it. Okay, so starting at the top, we got minus 5. So minus 1, 2, 3, 4, and minus 5 is about there. Plus 1, plus 2, like that down there. And we got to go up to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is up there off the screen, right? Okay, so this is 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. That's minus 5 and then plus 5 on this side here. Okay, so when x is minus 5, we see it has a y value of plus 25. So that's going to be minus 5 here. Plus 25 is going to be way up there now. Okay, that takes care of our first point. When x is minus 4, what is y? 16. So minus 4 is there. 16 is about there. Just eyeballing it with the 15, right? So that takes care of that one. We got minus 3. We're at plus 9. So that's like that. At minus 2, we're at a plus 4, which is about there. Minus 1 gives a plus 1. So that's about there. And 0, when x is 0, y is 0. So that gives this point right there. We can go a little bit further. When x is 1, y is 1, so about there. And then when x is 2, y is 4, so about there. And the fun part, once you have all the points in place, is to connect the dots and see what the shape is. So being super careful, like, goes down like that, down like that, like that, like that, up. And that's as far as we got. What I can tell you for free is that it would continue on just like that. Now from the picture, it might look like a V, but in fact, it's a U shape. And the special name for this is called the parabola. All right, so just for our, as I said, for our last little section, it's got a few of these different graphs for you to do, different equations. But you set it up with a table of values, X values down here. Use your brain for the Y values, or maybe your calculator as well. If you have square root and stuff, might need some decimals. So calculator is okay. Then once you have each of these, once you have the table of values finished, you can make coordinates for each of those. So it's like 0, 0, just to keep filling them in, -1, see? Turn them into coordinates that you've seen before. And each of these can go on to your X, Y axes to create the graph. Yeah, okay. Importantly, use a ruler, please. With this. But it's me? No, it's a you. That you. Yeah, it's true. What I mean for using a ruler is use a ruler for this part. Make sure the spaces are all even. You see? That looks pretty even to me. And then, yeah, for these, yeah, for the types of graphs you're going to have, you'll see some of them are straight that you can use a ruler straight for. But then others are going to be like this, where little curves all along. Okay, so now we'll get us going on a new last topic for today, a little bit tomorrow, and that'll be about it. Okay, so moving forward, what's going to happen? I'm going to finish up your test, get that back to you. You can finish up any homework that you might have and get that handed in to me. Coming out will be the worksheet for this, just making graphs like we just did here. And that will get us caught up to what we're doing for today. Okay. Any questions about anything?
No, thank you.
No, that's all right. Okay, so Teams, you watch in about 5 minutes. I'll put this up on Teams. Class, I got it here for you. Find it out, and you guys can get it started. And we'll check it over tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. That'll be it for today. See you tomorrow.